Hey guys, Nicole here, and I have a layout share for you all from my scrapbooking getaway this last weekend, and got a lot done. I think it's probably the most I've ever made in a weekend. I think it's over 40 pages. I think around 45, I think. So very happy with that. How much I got done. So I worked with multiple lines throughout the weekend. I worked with a combination of 3 Echo Park summer lines: I Love Summer, Summer Fun, and Summer Dreams. And so these first few layouts are, I probably worked with that maybe for a full day, maybe a day and a half, and got tons of layouts done. Like I just really focused on summer layouts because the embellishments were very summer themed. And so got lots of pages done for our summer memories, and got a lot of those 3 lines used up as well. And a couple of those, or at least one that was a little bit older, I think 2 of them are fairly new, but they were fun to work with. So this is one page I got done, and most of these pages I just sat down and just scrapbooked, but the last day we did get inspiration and do some scrap lifting from Get It Scrapped. They had I'm going to forget the name now. They had like a 5-day really in-depth class where they had like live webinars and a very large ebook with lots of information about style and design. And so we Angie is a member as well, and so we access like the first, because we were only there during the first day of it, and I did use some of those pages for inspiration, which was it was very good. I did post on Instagram. If you guys follow me on Instagram, it's Nick Mackin, NICMACKIN, and I in their description there, and I'll try to write it below here as well. I did have the description of the class, but I think it's too late to get into it now. I think maybe the deadline was yesterday, but I'm kind of losing track of time just from not getting home. I got home on a Tuesday, and so I'm a little off on my week. But anyway, but otherwise, most of these layouts were just done, just sitting down and just scrapbooking. And before that, I didn't really do a class, or sometimes I like to sit down and do a class or do a series of things or YouTube videos or whatever. And here I just sat down and scrapbooked. We watched a series on Netflix and talked and hung out and just scrapbooked. So it was really fun. As always, I'm already looking forward to the next one. So anyway, this is one of the pages I got done, and just has 2 photos here, one that's further away and a close-up, and just did some layering around it, did a little frame around the bottom photo here, and I did, bring some doilies from my stash, so I did pull that in there. And then just made use of some of the Project Lifestyle cards. And there's chipboard and stickers, so just a good variety. And I really like the black line around the edges, especially with the stark white backgrounds. It just gives it a little bit more interest. And so you'll see I did that on a lot of these. So that was fun. So there's that one. To make sure I'm not having too many things in the screen here. And then this one as well, very simple, and one of the lines, I think it was the I Love Sunshine, just had a different tone of colors. And so I kind of noticed over time that a lot of times I would end up using those papers together, and then the other 2 combined a little bit better, but there's still a good mix on these, but sometimes that's just the way it goes. Just making sure you guys can see everything here. Sorry guys, I'm really distracted here. So the lighting isn't very good. It's nighttime here, and if I don't do it tonight, it's not going to happen until probably next week. So, okay. Anyway, so I just did a little shelf there, layered the photo, and then used these little enamel triangles on each side and popped out up a sticker there, and then used some stickers from my stash, and then had this light enamel sticker there as well. So I just kind of went through my photos. I had taken 2 photo albums of just random photos, and I went through those 2, and then pictures I had on my phone from, you know, recent photos, and just printed and picked out photos that matched the colors and or had the summer theme. So there's this one, and just did some layering here, photo, and then a cluster of pattern papers over here. And I just really used, I cut apart this floral sticker and separated it there, and then a card and then a sticker there, and that was it. So very simple. I just kind of used the greens of the shirt I was wearing as a basis and looked for papers that had that green there, and then went with it. So, and it helped that the little kitten was black as well, because there were a lot of black elements in all of these lines, or 2 out of the 3 lines had, no, one was navy blue, so maybe just one line had black, I believe, because the other one didn't have any real contrasting colors, if I remember correctly. So yeah. Sorry guys, I struggle. We, you know, we relax and scrapbook, and we take naps and sleep in if we want to. I mean, we don't sleep in it real late, but we, you know, are able to sleep. And then I got home Tuesday, and then right away Wednesday morning I had to go back to the coffee shop bright and early. And so I've been struggling yesterday and today. I'm pretty tired. So, so here's another one. And this is kind of in a series of layouts about a particular event. I don't think... Yeah, I'll just show you in order here. So this is one, and just did 3 photos, strips here and a little strip over here, and then just some embellishment on each side of the photos there. And then, I'll see if I can do this here. Then in between, or after this photo, I have, or this layout, I'm sorry, I have this pocket page. I think it's both sides, yep. That has more photos from this evening, and just used some of the really fun Project Life cards and journaled over here. Some more general journaling about the night itself, and then the back is just photos. And then on the other side of this will come this layout, which is just another specific layout about that evening. And there's no journaling just because it's already taken care of on this next page. But there are some photos I wanted to highlight, and so I kind of picked the favorite photos I wanted to highlight, scrapbooked those and with actual pages, and then all the accompanying photos are here. And so that way I didn't have this whole event. I had all these really fun photos. I didn't have these layouts in one album and these photos, you know, in a different album. They're all together this way, and I love that, because the whole experience, the whole event or evening is now documented in, you know, where it belongs together. So I like that a lot. Then another one of those here, just a layout about swimming at a hotel that we like to go to, and had a really fun picture of my daughter jumping. And then I had more photos from that particular little indoor water park we were at. Oh wait, this is a 2-page spread, never mind. I was thinking this was a pocket page, but it's not. So I have this one, and then I also used vellum for my stash. Then I did this 2-pager just because there were so many. Is this what I... Yes. Okay, so this is a 2-pager. Hopefully you can see it. And let me get these out of the way here. Hope I don't end up with a big mess here. And I just matted these photos in the middle to really focus on those. Those are my 2 favorite ones. And I'm going to make sure you can see here. Just kept it pretty simple. Oh, nope, can't see, sorry. There we go, a little bit better. Sorry, guys. Okay. So just kind of did this pattern paper here and over here, and then use this little splash there, which is perfect, and some embellishment here and journaling. And really that was easily done there. It was a very simple 2-page spread, but it got 3, 4, 5, 7 photos scrapbooked. So there's that there. And then this one here, see, is this a 2-pager as well? No, this is one by itself. I also really had fun, just making sure I'm back in the right place here. Yep, really had fun with kind of just texturing up the edges of the different papers just to give it some texture, and I really like that look. I need to do that more often because that's just a really easy way to, you know, to give the paper texture or the layout texture, and really enjoy doing that because I always do paper layers, so it was something I really remembered I enjoyed doing. So this one I kind of worked up at a diagonal, some larger layers behind, staggered the photos, and then just kind of did some stickers and embellishments throughout, and popped it up a couple for dimension, and then enamel dots. And just about every collection I think had enamel dots, so I think I used up an entire pack of them, and then used up, like I said, like most of these collections. So, and this was a fun, I think a 4x6 card maybe, that I was able to use, and that's worked perfect for the page. So here's one that will go next to that. It's from the same weekend, and here I just did 3 different of the pattern papers, and then left a space here to journal and did some embellishing in. I pulled the stickers from the sticker sheet that matched what was on the paper, and popped out of them up to give it dimension, and put some stickers on these little flags because this is pre-printed on the paper, and so it makes it look like it's its own little embellishment there. Did a popsicle over here, some embellishment there. I did some splattering. I used all Heidi Swapp color shine, so anytime you see misting, that's except for my pink glimmer, is it Glimmer Angels? My pink ink, is it called, no, it's called Glimmer Mist. It's from Tattered Angels, I think. So if it's pink, it was probably that one. But, so just fun summery, bright layouts. 8.5 by 11. This is just one that told a sweet story, and so it's pretty simple, but it had lots of colors in the photo, so I just used a multicolored striped there, and then layered some scraps of paper and some cards, journaled. I did some smushing technique behind it, and then layered some stickers and things. Oh, this is another one from, this should have went with photos of Mallory jumping. This is from that same time. And here again, I pulled in some vellum from my stash, did my cluster in the middle, and then a little bit at the top, and pulled some stickers, letter stickers from my stash, and again, just did my layering thing. I feel like it's missing something. I feel like this one needs some splatters or something. I don't know. I might have to add some splatters or something. I don't know. Okay. Still going with these collections. So here's another 2-pager. This is a layout with a pocket page. And so here's this one. I love this paper. It's so pretty. And again, just staggered the photos and just layered die cuts and stickers and 3D embellishments. Just layered a bunch of different. Here's a chipboard sticker, another 3D embellishment along with some enamel dots. And to go with this is this here. I kept it very simple. I just used the cards as they were. I did do an outline with a black pen as I had done on the layout, and just kept it simple. Added my photos, added my cards. Back is empty, so I'll put it in the album where it belongs, and then I can, you know, go look for another layout to do that will be over here, and then I can fill these in. And these are beautiful papers, so maybe I can find something that matches, because I don't think I ever used this side. So anyway, that's not, I don't worry about that. It's about one side being empty. Okay. This is probably this is one of my favorites, just because it's totally like just my style as far as kind of the layering, focus in the middle, and then bringing in what's going on in the middle and bringing it to the top. And just like how this one turned out. Again, just layers of paper. I did some stickers and some little things popping out here with some twine from my stash, enamel dots, these fun accordion embellishments. I did cover the middles of most of them with different stickers because most of them were super summer themed and didn't really match the photos I was using. But that's okay, just gotta make it work. And I really wanted to use that color to pull in because I had that light pink up here, and you also see it in this paper, which this paper is really fun. I love it. I love this line, the one that's like navy blue. I think that was, I don't remember for sure if that was Summer Fun or Summer Dreams, but the one with the navy blue is probably my favorite line. Recent summer line from Echo Park. It's really pretty. They're all really pretty, but just for different reasons. Okay, this one as well is still from that, and here I layered just the bottom half of the layout with this fun watercolor-ish, like ombre type paper. If you can see, there's like the kind of, you can see it's a little bit of blue there, then goes on the pink and then the orange, and then that is repeated in the middle here with the photo and with the papers that I chose. And then I just kept it simple. I used one of these large tags from Hobby Lobby and journaled on it, did a title. I used a lot of letter stickers from my stash this trip around, but because there was a gold circle there on the tag, I thought I would bring the gold down here, and gold just generally worked with the colors. Did some enamel dots. I did do some vellum back here just because of the clouds, and I thought it matched the feel of the page. And then splattered some mist around in the blues and oranges, and call that one good. This is probably one of my favorites too. I love how this one turned out. And I stapled the twine on there as well, which I like that look, how it kind of loops. And still going. I think this is my last one from these sets of collections, and I love the colors of this one. And just went with kind of coming from the side. Did a couple strips there with a larger block out here. I do this a lot. I've done this for quite a few layouts. Did a little cluster here and a cluster here, and then just did these little flags at the top here, and I just pop dotted some of them up just to give it dimension, as well as this one here. And did some misting in the background and the package technique, and then just titled it and journaled over here on the doily, which is really cute. Okay, now the next collection here, this is Simple Stories Life and, nope, I'm sorry, this got out of order. I have a couple more yet. As I say, I thought I made more with that because I worked for like a day and a half. Here we go. Okay, I gotta move this around here in a second because this is out of order. Yep, there we go. Okay. So a few more yet, guys, sorry, from this set of papers and stickers and stuff. So here's this one, and this one I just went, with this, I wanted to get this blue because of her shirt. It's not really a teal blue, it's like more of a true, you know, blue. And so I just went with that and then built from there. And just did some strips of paper and some stickers and things here, and then some embellishment up there. And I popped out up the middle photo, and I used, I matted it with multicolored paper just to kind of bring that to, you know, what I had done down here to balance that out a little bit. You can tell, like this collection here, that this one in the last layout, they're definitely like brighter, more like, that's what I'm looking for, like Neapolitan kind of tones, or they're just different tones of bright summer colors, and so I tended to use them more together on their own because of that. Like the yellows are a little bit brighter than the other two Echo Park summer lines, but there's still some mixing in there, just not as much as I hoped to, but that's okay. So this one here, again, paper layers and two photos I matted in with different papers. I did some twine and just kind of twirled it around and then stuck it down here, and then up here around this sticker. if you can see that or not. It's not very noticeable. And splatter misted, and then just did like a little title here. This is I kept it very simple this weekend, that is for sure. There aren't very many pages that have too much going on. And very few, like this one, have pattern paper backgrounds. Most of them seem to be white. But every so often I have to switch it up and do a pattern paper background, and this is one of those. And this is a really cute one about my daughter. We're in like tornado watch, and she had apparently paid attention in school and decided to pack us a bag of water and food and flashlights and all that kind of stuff. And I was giggling a little bit because she was so serious about it and did a great job. So I took a picture of her filling up her backpack of our emergency goodies and had to tell that story. I just need to give this a little bit dimension. It's driving me a little crazy there. Okay. And so this one, again, just that central layered bit and one die cut title, and then some embellishment along the top, mostly stickers, and there's one strip of paper, and then these are all stickers. And then just journal down here on the background, which I do a lot. It's just journal directly onto the paper. Another one here, this is a song about, I snapped a picture of my daughter singing while she was vacuuming, and wanted to journal about that because she sings all the time, everywhere, bathroom, no, you know, wherever she's a singing. And I talked about what she's singing now as well. She listens to the Moana soundtrack nonstop. So just went kind of with the little L thing going on there, and so just one strip of paper and then just built it this way, and again use letters from my stash and the rest, and then the collection. So this is another favorite, like how this one turned out. A little different in that I came, make sure you guys can see still, kind of came in more from the side, and then but still did my little top cluster there. And I'm not claiming this is like this isn't my idea, but this has definitely become my style. It's something that I find myself consistently doing and loving every time. It's been around for forever, kind of doing the little bits at the top or the side or wherever. But that's just definitely became one of my favorite things to do. I just feel like it, white space is good, but I feel like it just brings the page more together when you have kind of these patterns and these colors and this stuff going on here, and then you just bring a little bit up here, you know, to just bring it all together. And then of course with this one in particular, you have the background, which is then encompassing all of that and bringing it all the colors together. And I just really like how that looks, and I'll probably get sick of it at some point, but it's just what I really like doing right now. Anyway, just some fun layers, some chipboard stickers. I took advantage of the very summer themed ones because it was a actual summer photo, and just had lots of fun with mist. And I love this background paper. I think it's really fun, especially as an outline, to pull in all those colors that are showing up. And then just, I love that camera. So I just have, you know, 3 chipboard pieces there, and just bringing some balance to the dimensional part of the layout. Okay, now I am, oh, what was this one? This was a Fancy Pants collection. I didn't get it written down because it's a fairly new one, and it's very home themed. Let me see if I have any leftovers of it, because I tried to keep all my leftovers together so I could tell you what lines I was using, but I don't know where this one's at. You know what, I may have kept it together because I think I had quite a bit of it left, but I know it's a Fancy Pants, and it's a fairly, I don't think it's We Are Family. I'm not for sure what it's called. But it's a fairly recent Fancy Pants line. It's really cute. It's very home themed. It has a lot of houses in it, a cat and a dog, and it's kind of a daily life type of collection, and just really different colors. So it was nice to take a break from the bright summery colors and kind of work with some other color schemes. So this one was just an 8.5 by 11, and these are already, oh, that's, okay, that's all right. Some of them are already falling off here. I just did a solid here, and then a strip of the pattern, and then I layered it with a pattern paper, title along here, and then just did some stickers and things on the side. Again, very simple. It's about her begging at supper time, so I use 365 days because it's something, of course, that happens daily. So, and then this one here, and this is a pretty different look to it because I just chose the more toned down pieces of the line, and I didn't, you know, like I just used this light blue and then one other color of this coral color, and or I guess orange, I don't know, it's like an orangey pink color, and then I used doilies from my stash and just some of the stickers and enamel dots and tags, and kind of stayed away from like the goldish yellows and the darker hues of the line. I just stuck with kind of the more brighter colors, just going off of the photo. They're very soft photos, so. And this one here was fun. Just a photo of our mama cat. Just, she was out and kind of did a block, a grid, and just titled on this grid, put a little sticker on this, and this is a tag, and then doubled up some tags here on this part with a cat sticker, and then did a chipboard frame around her with a layer underneath of a sticker, and then another chipboard piece here, and then chipboard pieces up here. So, and then I just outlined the grid versus the page with my black pen. Okay, now I am moving to Simple Stories Life in Color. I did quite a few with this collection. I love, love, love this collection. This was a 6 by 12 because one of the design pieces of the Good at Scrapped class, the compendium, was to you know, use a different size of page, a different size of canvas, and so I did a 6 by 12 and just love it. It's just one photo, and I just layered with stickers and enamel dots and these little clips, which I love these clips, and then kind of did a very similar thing to what I do with my 12 by 12 pages. I left some space, then I did a little cluster at the top there. And then this one was the inspiration was to do clusters on your page, and mine turned out way different than the one that was in the class, but I love it because I had this paper that had these Polaroid frames, and so I cut them out, and I thought that those would be perfect bases for each section, and so I layered 2 here, I think I layered 2 here, and I layered, I think, 2 here. And you can't, you know, you can't tell that they're Polaroid. Well, up here you can tell that it's a Polaroid frame. But I just use those as my base, and I printed off with my Instax printer photos, and then just layered the photos with those, and then mixed in some pattern paper, and just kind of worked with each section, making sure that I had the colors fairly even. So if I had a lot of red here, so I made sure I had red over here and different, not necessarily. I didn't have to do red paper here and here because I did red paper here, but if I had a red embellishment here, and there's a red sticker here, and red and this Polaroid here, so I'm covered. Same thing with the turquoise. I have the turquoise here in the Polaroid, but then I use the turquoise here in this clip, and then the turquoise here in this brad and this heart. So just kind of making sure that I balance the colors. Use splatter mist, use stickers. I think this is from the paper line. Around this is kind of became the main cluster, and interspersed some stickers and some clear stickers, chipboard, brads. Just kind of added a bunch of different dimensional pieces into each of the clusters to give each one interest. So, oh, that's one of my favorites as well. And there's this one. and perfect for this line because they made slime, lots of different colors of slime. So I thought that was a perfect page to do about in regards to lots of color. And I just did a strip of one of the solid pieces here, and then used the pattern papers in the horizontal. And again, a very rare colorful background, but to balance it out with this white based pattern paper and this, you know, very kind of clean card. This still has lots of color in it, but the base of it is pretty white. And then just some stickers and some of the cards, and then some of the, again, banner stickers and stuff up there. And then just stickers and a tag and Brad. And there's Brad's here. I had 2 packs of the flat-backed Brads from that collection, and I think I used almost all of them. I think maybe all but 2 of them. So. Okay. Now we are, we're still with, still with the same collection. And this was a focus on, this is when I posted on Instagram, and I'm not going to remember it, a bracket. So doing a bracket. And so I just used, this is a great page to do with scraps. So I just used scraps of paper and just made myself a bracket here, and then used a card that was bigger than my photo, and then just worked down and then just embellished like crazy. I had an awesome time embellishing this layout because I just focused on the pink, teal, and red and black, and just found all the fun embellishments and just scattered them throughout. Used these stars, used a clip, some Brad stars, enamel dots, this little like 2x2 card, and then some stickers journaled. Just was a really fun layout to do. Okay. And then this one was very much a story-based layout, and so I used this 6x12 piece from the cut-aparts and used that kind of as the base of the layout, and just then did some embellishing around and under the photo, as well as just a little bit over here. This is a story of how my dog got sprayed by a skunk a couple weeks ago, and it was just kind of, it's in hindsight, it's funny. So I just told the whole story because it was kind of a saga. We shouldn't be surprised. We knew it would happen at some point, but hoping that it never happens again. It was not a pleasant experience. So that's what that page is about. And this one, so these next few layouts are all from a day trip that we took to a local state park, and this is one of them. I just, again, took the photos that were some of my favorite, the remaining photos. And so this, I had a picture of me and each of my daughters, and I just loved both of them. And so I wanted to focus this layout on those 2 photos. And again, just very similar to the rest, just my little middle and my little cluster at the top. But I used this beautiful floral paper, matched perfectly, and then I used a lot of the Brads and enamel dots. I love their clips. And then just cards and stickers, one more clip up there. And here's a pocket page that will go in the midst of all of this. And again, I keep it simple. I just put the cards in, and the cards are already decorative, so I don't usually add a whole bunch to them. This one had the journaling on it. And then the back, I think some of the backs I may not have loved, so I may have put other cards in because I had like 50 million of them. But again, just photos and cards, and these, you know, say things that work perfect. And so that will go in with the rest of these layouts here. Here's this one. I like to, if I have 2 photos and one photo is maybe from a further distance, I always like to use up these frames. It just kind of gives it a little bit of dimension to that photo and to the layout itself. So it's kind of a fun way to, and it focuses on the, you know, the details of the photo that you want the person looking at it to see. Again, just some larger layers, a sticker over here, and then some stickers and layers up here as well. And there were like, there's a whole sheet of letter stickers, so these are all from the Simple Stories. They have the larger ones, and I think they had 3 sets of smaller ones. Some of them are the block ones, and then these were one of them. And then here's this one again from that same day. And love this one. I just took the colors from the background paper and got some of the 6x6 papers and layered them. And then underneath those layered some of the Polaroid cutouts and cards and die cuts and things. And then just embellished with brads and chipboard stickers. There's a clip there. And then this one I use silver. This Memories is silver. Happiness and Good Stuff is all silver. And last one from that day, and again, same style. Sorry, this gets kind of boring. Lots of layers. Again, I did the frame over the focus of the photo, and Brad's chipboard layers at the top here. I feel like, I don't know why, I feel like these need to be, this one I think needs a black line around it too. I must have given up or something. I feel like it needs maybe the black line around. We'll see. If I didn't do them on the other ones for this collection of layouts, then maybe that's why I didn't do it, but I still like to give it that dimension of the papers kind of peeking up. This looks too flat to me if I don't do that. Okay. So, all right. Sorry. Okay, then I did actually work with 4th of July photos. If you watched my preparing for the crop video, you'll know I took all my 4th of July stuff in the hopes I would get a bunch done, and I didn't get a lot done, but I got some done. So I did this 2-page spread, and this is from this current 4th of July, so I ended up really just working with stuff that was already on my phone that I just printed off there, making sure you can see okay. We're a little too far to the left there. And so this one I just matted each photo. I had a 6x6 paper pad. I think that I maybe got at Target, maybe. I'm not for sure. I don't remember what collection. I think these are from Michaels. These were Heidi Swap Stars. A lot of this is just older stuff from my 4th of July stash. Some buttons there. These are Bo Bunny. More buttons. Just kept it simple. Matted each photo differently. And then just journaled along the bottom. Did these clusters here, the date over here, and called it good. And then one more here. No, I did one more, 2 more. I think just one more. Here, again from this year, and this was actually a Teresa Collins paper that wasn't a 4th of July line, but it worked. It was with the stuff, so I just went ahead and used it. And then just layered some random papers I had in my 4th of July stash. I think this is from probably Hobby Lobby. I'm not for sure about the blue. No, I think this was Teresa Collins as well. I'm not for sure, but I know this is Teresa Collins, and then these are from, I think, Michael's, like a Dollar Spot. And then some just random, like, embellishments that I had in my stash. And then, like, this is an old Jenny Bolin. I think this is Jenny Bolin as well. Journaling tag there, and then these silver stars I had from Paper Studio. They're Brad's, and then did some silver letters from my stash up there. So at least I got some done, I guess. Then I was like, okay, I'm done with this. I need to move on to something else. So then I took a whole bunch of smaller, like what I would call more like a page kit versus a kit kit. Like I maybe got a few papers and stickers from a collection, but I didn't get the whole collection, or I didn't have much of the collection left, or whatever. And so this is from Cosmopolitan Girl from Carta Bella. And so I just made, I think, 3 layouts from it. I just had, I think I had like maybe 4 12x12 sheets, a 6x6 pad, and did I even have any stickers? So I pulled these in. I just got these from Lawn Fawn. So I pulled those in. And I don't think if I had any stickers or anything with the collection. I don't think I did. I think I just used the papers, and then I added in my own stuff like the doilies and the wood veneers. So here is when I just added vellum and then layered a bunch of the fun papers. Again, use these wood veneers, some doilies. And then underneath here, there was a die cut pack. That was the only other embellishment that I had. I layered some of those underneath the vellum and called that one good. Another one. I love how this one turned out. I think I love the photo. And just layered behind the photo, added in this tag up here with a bunch of string. Used 3 of this is from my stash, and then these are also from my stash, but from the Lawn Fawn pack. And then there's some vellum in there, so then I did some vellum up here and actually journaled on it. And then just layered up some of the same patterns that were down here up here, and did some enamel dots. And called her good. So, I don't know if you can see. Love that photo. She was being Moana, and I kind of caught it when she wasn't looking. And this one is perfect because there's some sewing. It's like a fashion, clothing, sewing type of, making sure I'm still recording here. Yep. Okay. And so I just used some of that specific paper and did this layout about how one of our scrapbooking weekends we decided to take a break, and the shirts with ruffles on them were really popular at the time. So we actually decided that we'd go make our own. So we each bought multiples of the same shirt, tore one up, sewed ruffles onto the other one. And so we each ended up with, I think we each ended up getting, having matching tank tops. Or maybe mine might have been different than hers. But anyway, I took pictures of her doing the sewing because I don't sew. And I wore that shirt a lot. It was a really cute, ended up being a really, really cute tank top. And was fun. So I just journaled about that and, again, added in some wood veneers and doily from my stash. And then did some tour. We went to Hobby Lobby and I bought some Tim Holtz tissue paper because it was on clearance. And so I tore that and just put it underneath there for some texture. So, okay, and then the next collection I worked with, I just had a very little bit, was Echo Park Oh Snap. Again, I think I just had a few papers and a sticker sheet. I think it was all I had. And so I went through my albums and I found these photos and I thought they matched really nicely because of the gray tones in it and black. And it was a picture of a date night that my husband and I took. And so I just made it into a 2-page spread and just did some papers this way, but then just layered up with stickers from the pack and the collection, border strips, added in wood veneers from my stash, keeping with the camera theme, and then just use lots of the stickers and these cards. Where did I have I'm trying to think if I had like a die cut pack or if it was a cut up. I think it was a cut apart. It was a cut apart, I believe. Anyway, so there's that one. And then I did one more. It's very limiting in color, so it's kind of hard, but I didn't have a ton of it. So I did this one as well from the same night, pictures that my daughter had actually taken. And so here I just did some strips here. I did some doily. I have a doily there, and then just laid it underneath, stickers, and then did up here the date and photo credit up there. So I hope my outline is doing okay. I just got a new outline for my desk, and I hope it's not like creating a weird hue on the pages or in the wrong place. This one is the only layout I made from the Basic Gray Hillside collection. I only had a few 12 by 12 papers and like one pack of embellishments, which were basically just these, like leaves. Really hard to do a lot with. Oh, I had the 6x6 pad. Hard to do a lot with. I didn't really have any other embellishments and stuff with me that would work great. Of course, I added in the doilies. But beyond that, I did one layout like, yeah, this is very limiting. I just don't have stuff with me that, because I try to take all these little smaller, tiny kits that I had to try to get them used up and mix them together and things. And at least I got one layout done with it, and then I'll just put it back in my stash and I can mix it in with other things. But it was cute. I kind of went off the kind of the purple tones that were in the striped paper because I had purple in my sweater. But here to me it looks like a pink because this is technically I think more of a purple color. But it's okay. It's I do want to add, I have some like champagne or wine glass clips that I got specifically thinking about these photos. So I do want to add those in. So I'm going to probably hold this one out and add those into the layout if they match. If they don't, I may redo those photos. We'll see. And then I did one layout with, this is also Fancy Pants. I'm not for sure what collection though. It's an older collection. I can't remember the name of it. But I just made this layout. I had a photo of my husband and I at my 10-year high school reunion, and then it has a picture of us at my 20-year high school reunion. So I just put those in the same photo, just comparing how different we looked. And we had blues and stuff and browns, so I just thought it would work great with this paper line. And just layered around the photos and then did a little cluster up here. That's a dimension to this one with the flare and the buttons. And then the last collection I worked with was Simple Stories Carpe Diem. And I just made a couple layouts before it was time to pack up and come home. And these are two of my favorites. I love them because I remember that I had pictures on my phone from a color run that we did. And the pictures are just awesome. And so they're perfect for that line because that line has so many different fun colors to it. So I'm going to definitely work with this collection more with those photos. The rest of those photos I'll probably do a couple pocket pages, maybe a couple more layouts. But this one was my favorite photo that someone else had taken of my daughter getting across the finish line and getting that last squirt of blue powder there. And I just did the smishing technique and just layered. I wanted to keep it simple because I wanted the focus to go to her. And I just did some layering around the photo and then kept it like that. Did the black around to bring in the black details. There's a little black edging around the photo and then the black in the striped paper. I thought that brought that back in. So there's that one. And then this one is a family photo of all of us after we had finished in our multicolor shirts that were once white. And again, I just did some fun stuff in the background with the package technique and did one strip of a multicolor paper here and then just brought these colors in over here with pattern paper and clips and embellishments and stickers and enamel dots. So there's a clip here, stickers. I did vellum just because, you know, the smishing was a little crazy. It was a little too much for me, but the vellum really kind of helped tone it down a little bit. And so I really like how that one turned out. So I'm excited to play with this line more and get the rest of those photos scrapbooked. I love that even the theme behind the collection is perfect for these types of photos. And so, you know, done and done. Consider this Carpe or DM carped. So, and I have some different stories to tell from that day. So I'm excited to continue to work with this line. So that is it. I'm going to count really fast just so I know. I'm going to go ahead and include pocket pages as one page. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to count 2 pagers as 2 as well. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49. Even if you counted the double page spreads as just one, that would be 47. I'm totally okay with that. Like, that is a pretty prolific weekend. Like, that, I'm happy with that. Like, lots of memories documented here, a lot of stuff done, a lot of product gone through. Again, 3 summer lines that I pretty much killed, and the Life in Color I used up a lot. I have very little of that left. So, and some of those have been sitting in my room for a while. So I am happy. Super, and not beyond that, just a great weekend with my best friend. Good times always. It's nice and relaxing, which us mamas need that every so often, right? And it was just overall, again, a very awesome weekend. Again, we were there from Friday night. Got there Friday night. Did a little bit of scrapping Friday night, but we left Tuesday morning. So we mostly scrapped Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And it was just a great time as always. So I will quit blabbering as I always do. And I hope you enjoy my layout share. I'm actually going to be back here soon with a haul video because of course we went to Hobby Lobby, which I didn't get a ton. I got a few things. But I did participate in the HSN crafting day that happened last week. And of course, all of it came while I was gone. So my husband thought I was a maniac, but that's okay. And so I have some goodies from that to show you. And I also ordered from Felicity Jane for my first time ever. They had a sale going on, like a 25% off sale. So I ordered some old kits and collections. I haven't even looked at that yet. I opened the box, but I haven't looked at any of the product yet. So I'm going to do that on camera. And I'm trying to think of what else I have to show you. I think that's mainly it. But I'll be back soon with a haul video. And until then, happy scrapping. Bye-bye.